Rock Metal Nation, what is up? Real quick before we get started, I just wanted to let you know that Rock Metal Studios, the very same studio that brings you the Rock Metal podcast, is looking to help bands who are able to record their tracks either at home or in a professional recording studio, but need some help mixing. Go ahead and send me an email at therockmetalpodcast@gmail.com. That's therockmetalpodcast@gmail.com. We can go ahead and discuss mixing your tracks for free. The Rock Metal Podcast, episode 150 with Order of the Mess. Beautiful. All right, well, Rock Metal Nation, what is up? This is John from the Rock Metal Podcast. That sample you just heard was SI-B by Order of the Mess, who I've got on the show with me right now. They've got a debut album set to release in June 2018, and right now I'm being joined by guitarist and vocalist Alex Vinci to share some stories about the music and share more info about the band. Alex, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Thank you so much.
Absolutely great to have you on. Let's go and listen back to that track, SI-B.
Say for you, here
back from CB. Now, I absolutely love how incredibly expressive the song is. There's moments where it's intense, but it's also not intense. It's just this amazing yin-yang like experience.
Yeah, it is something that is actually went out completely in a genuine way, because we started to write that song and we wanted to make something that is actually stopping away and then started to have an explosion in the second part. So we love this A-B way of writing songs. It's something that we went in when we started to write songs together, myself and Max and my drummer. And it was pretty cool. And then actually also the lyric went out during the writing of the music. So there's something that is a particular method to write lyrics, because usually it was something that has happened to me in the past to write lyrics, externally from the music, and started to write something and then putting the lyric on the music. In that case, most of the tracks of the album as well, and CB is the first proof of that. We wrote the lyric in the meantime we were writing the music. It was something that it was pretty strange to do, and we were driven by the music to write that words. So, and we are very happy about it. So
now that's really quite unique. So you're mentioning that the music came first and then the lyrics came after. Is that different than how the order of the mess usually works?
Yeah, it's actually the order of the mess, as you can see, is. I mean, as you can hear, it is something that is a dance on a balance, because it's something that is not very easy to find, in particular in a two-pieces band, to find the balance also to completely fulfill the song because of course you're just two pieces, so you need to organize your sound in a way that it actually looks like you are more people inside, but at the same time, of course, it's something that everything is related between the way how the two parts are moving. So if you're working on balance, everything is going straight to the point. So but this was the challenge to try to make something properly good, having the fact to be only in two. So
yeah. Now, do you have a bunch of lyrics that are set aside, ready to go, or was the music completely inspiring brand new lyrics?
Most of them were completely music inspiring. That, of course, the words that were on the songs were, of course, inspired by something that's happening in our life or something that we went through in the past, but it never found the space, before. Then with this kind of method of way of writing lyrics during the writing of the music, is actually, it looks that the music was attracting certain kind of words, so certain kind of concepts. So, and it was pretty interesting to do that, because at the beginning is happening that, we are both Italian. We come from two different parts of Italy, and Italians, as you know, they love to move hands, speak so much and saying a lot of things. And there was Max, my drummer, that it was, because my way of writing lyrics was very intense, so many sentences, so many things. And one day, Max was very straight to the point, saying, "Man, write less words. say something, say what you want, but say in less words." So it was a huge challenge, but we were trying to focus on the music first, and everything went out in the way we wrote some of the lyrics together, myself and Max, and most of them was written by me, but the idea it was during the creation of the song was to try to pull out, intense concept in short sentences. So it was, wow. it was great, but we are very happy about it. So.
Yeah. Now I'm curious, what is the story or inspiration behind the track CB?
So, and it's just to say, leave everything. The only way to be free is to leave what is actually let you feel so safe, and try to make something different. Try to make your life something bigger, something great, because we have only one life, only one, and we have to make it. We have to make it in some way. And it was, as you can see, it was really 3-4 sentences in the song, but this was the concept. So
fantastic. Now, for Rock Metal Nation who dug the track CB, if you go ahead and go to today's show notes, that's www.therockmetalpodcast.ca. As a bonus, you can go ahead and see the music video for CB, which is an incredibly unique video. So go ahead and take us through the music video for CB.
I mean, we did that track in that house that it was pretty impressive. We just found it in looking for places on Airbnb and this kind of things, looking for cheap locations actually, because we are, of course, the budget issue is always the big one when you're doing this kind of things. We are completely, self-produced, and we don't want to find anybody so far that actually want to produce that, because we are very happy to be independent. And then if something's going to happen, it's going to be great. But anyway, we found that place, and the idea was to just really to represent, someone that is preparing herself to, and it was the main character, our friend Kerstin, was doing this, this preparation to a sleepwalker run. So actually, is was going to sleep, and the full day was preparing herself to prepare for this run in the darkness. Okay, and it was, in a certain way, was an analogy between the lyric and the video, because it's actually the way we're spending all the time, and to prepare ourselves for something that. And we never know when it's going to happen. Then you fall asleep, and you are not understanding what you're doing. But it's in that moment that you need to wake up. So, and then we recorded that video with Ikigai Media. These are the brilliant guys from Italy, and we were very, very happy. I mean, it was 1 day, 10-hour shooting because we had only 1 day, and we are very, very satisfied about the result, and hope that people are going to enjoy the video.
Absolutely. Let's go listen to the next track, Synth. Nation, it's John from the Rock Metal Podcast for a real quick break to let you know that Jay over at Metal Mayhem Radio is looking to help you get your band in rotation on his station. So go ahead and hit up Jay at studio@metalmayhemradio.co.uk. That is studio@metalmayhemradio.co.uk. Just go ahead and say that the Rock Metal Podcast sent you. He'll get you into rotation on Metal Mayhem Radio. All right, coming back from the track Synth. Now, I just love how it starts off with the clean guitars. We got some banging drums that kick in. And then, is that an octave effect on the guitar?
Yeah, it's an octave effect. It's actually, it's my favorite one because is the fat effect that I have to keep the sound big, and then, I mean, again, that song was another challenge because at the beginning it was also only an instrumental song, we was only instrumental, and then when we were recording the album, we went out with the fact that maybe we can say something there because probably is like it was missing something. So and I went out with these 3 sentences: life is to love, rock is to love, life is to rock. So and actually are the meaning of everything for us. So
for Rock Metal Nation who dug the track Synth, if you go to today's show notes, that's www.therockmetalpodcast.ca. You can go see the music video for Synth, which looks like a crowd is involved. So it looks like a fun video. Go ahead and take us through the creation of the video for Synth.
Yeah, the creation of the video Synth is really, it was just a wrap-up of what we did in the last year. And we were very, very lucky to win in many stages. We play around Ireland. We went in Italy to play, supported an Irish band called Other Kin, and it was a really nice trip the last year until the album release that is going to happen next June, and we wanted to make a video that it was representing what we went through in the last year. And the other thing was that really that video is talking about ourselves play live, like the classic really rock bands doing this kind of things. But the main thing that we met a lot of people in this journey. So this is the beauty of music, and we wanted to represent the fact that play music around is the main thing for us. And it was it was a simple video for a simple song that is say one thing. Really, this rock and is our life and what we want to do, and that's it.
Fantastic. Now, for Rock Metal Nation, Doug, the 2 tracks SI-B and Synth, and of course the music videos as well. There is a debut album set to release here in June of 2018. So, Alex, go ahead and take us through this debut album. What should we expect when we pick it up?
You will expect the 12 tracks of heavy rock, and that's it. And with a lot of stoner influences and a lot of alternative way of doing things, this is just, something that is represent what we did since we met together, myself and Max, and is something that we are very proud of, and really there's no main concept in the album. All the songs, each songs is talking about a different story. So he's talking about a different thing. Sometimes it's just a story related to some kind of fact that happened in our life. In other cases, they're talking about really some concept, like, for example, it's happening in SI-B, that is not talking mainly to someone or some. It's just, this is an open interpretation, of course. But we did these 12 tracks, and each of these tracks are actually the process were completely different for each of them. So, and for sure, you will expect what you can expect for this album is something that is honest, for sure, 100%. Maybe, and we are saying something to the people that are meeting us and in the album, and so is something that we are very proud and we hopefully everybody's going to enjoy it because we did it a lot so far.
Awesome. Now, the next logical question on Rock Metal Nation's mind is, how can we find out more about you? Is there a website that we should go to?
You can go to www.orderofthemass.com, and you can find on Facebook, Twitter. We hope to come to play in the closest place next to you. So this is actually the goal. For after the album release, we're going to try to go around the world to play as much as we can. So,
all right. Well, Alex, is there anything else you wanted to throw out there? I just wanted to thank you for taking time out of your day to come onto the Rock Metal Podcast and sharing Order of the Mess with Rock Metal Nation.
So thanks for everything. So.
Hopefully just found your new favorite band in Order of the Mess. Big thanks again to them for coming on and sharing their music with us. Make sure to head over to www.therockmetalpodcast.ca to get all the information on the show you just heard today. And until then, rock on, Rock Metal Nation!